Hi guys, future me for the video you're about to watch. If you can hear the fans and things going, I'm really sorry. It is actually like 29 degrees today. I'm finally getting around to editing the Warhammer videos, but there's so many of them at this point. I've just put them all into one video, so ignore me saying goodbye and check back soon on the video each time it cuts off to the new video. It's just all of the build ones are going to be together, and all of the painting version videos are going to be going together, just to get them done and out of the way. Sorry that's taken so long to do, and I hope you enjoy them. I'll see you soon. Bye. Hi all, so we're going to build the models from episode 3, section 3, whatever you want to call it, which is the 5 infamous Marines. I'm on my own today, Kurt's got things to do, so we're going to just get on with it. And hope I don't mess it up for him. So, what do we need? We need 27, 34 and 28. And let's hope I don't cut off any of the wrong bits this time, shall we? So, 27 is big body bit. 3, 4, 27 here. That's a real good start. A little tough on my hands today. My hands aren't feeling great. So 28 is a gun. That's 24. 28 here. And then 34, which is looks like the head. 34, where are you? Ah, 34, we're here. Okay, so 27. Let's see. That way up, so it looks like that goes in that way. Let's try to get in the middle so you can actually see. That sits in there, and then this joins in there. It's way too high. Where is it joining? There, on the side there. Okay. Okay. So that's what we got. I've got extra lights on it today because it's quite dark in here. I'm hoping this isn't blowing out too much. I'll know if it is. I can try adjusting it in editing. Got some extra bits on here. This is why I was struggling to cut this bit because it was much bigger. And my aim to not cut the wrong bits off. I left too much on. There we go. I suppose it's better to have to recut extra off than to cut too much off, isn't it? Okay, so got that. So now we want 35 and 31, which is the remaining body piece and the arm. So we've got 35 here. Yep. $35, 31 over here, this body piece here. Okay, so let's put 31 and 35 together first. That do it this way around. So we're doing it in the right hole. This is going well. The body is just going to go on like that. It's supposed to be that side. There we go. There's just a little specific place there. And then that fits on like that. There we go. So then we want 33 and 36. That's 33. And 36 down here. That looks like good on this back there. This is power pack. And then this is his remaining arm. I think that angle looks about right. And then he goes on one of these. And he sits like that. Yep. There we go. Okay, so that's this one done. The next episode is painting, so we'll be starting to paint some of the models we've already built, which I'm looking forward to. But we're going to get all of these built because I'm trying to make sure we do it in order so that I don't mess it up. So that was the Expert Bladesman, Infamous Sergeants, the Skilled Fighters in Close Combat. So he looks lethal in close combat. So next we're going to do the Pyroblasters. Ooh, fire one. Okay, so we want 20 and 21, which looks to be a bit of a shoulder and body, I think. Here's 21. Yep. And nope, that wasn't 21, that was 12. Oh, I need to go back to bed. 21's up here. Put that there. 21 and 20. Oh, and 20, where are you? Ah, up here. It's this little thing here. Okay. So 20 goes into 21, and that goes that way, and that goes up that way. So that's actually his head. So it's his head and the beginning part of his body. And then we want 22 and 23, which both of his legs. So, yep, we have 22 here. And 23 here. So worried about cutting the wrong bit off. No, it doesn't have an attachment part. The attachment part's on the other leg. Okay, so we take 23 and 22 and put them together down there. Here we go. There we go. So that's sitting like that. We'll just build his shoulder blade there, and then this goes in here, building up his body. We need to trim that down. There we go. Okay. Then we want 24 and 25. Which is here. Okay, 24 goes on here. And 25 goes on here. This is going together quite nicely. So that arm sits above. And the arm sits, so there's hand joints just there onto the glove, onto the gun. So part of his hand was already attached to it. And we attach to this. Oh, we've still got 26 to attach, it's all in the same one. Okay. 26 is here, another backpack. Ooh. There we go. There. So that's the Pyro Blaster with its lovely big fire gun. All done nicely. I've got them sitting there. I think I need to turn it around slightly. There we go. That's better. Now he's standing on it properly. That's 2 done. Remember that's 12. Move on to 3 here. It's over this side. You kind of can't see it, but the instructions are there. Let's see if we can move this across, then you might be able to see. There you go. Okay, so the third one, we want 3 and 2. We want basically a big body bit, so it's probably one of these. Yeah, there we go, 3. And 2 is head. 14 and 7, 13. 3. Probably screaming at me now. It's there. There it is. Head goes in there, lined up. Come on, in you go. There, that's his head in. Then we want number 1 for the back, which I think was here. Yep, spotted this one a minute ago. Let's trim that off a bit more. That's going to go up that way. Okay, so that's the main torso and legs done. We've got his arms to go. So we've got to build this one. So we want... No, we don't want here, we want here. Try getting it in the right place. We've done those ones, we want up here. So we want 4 and 5. So this is 4. These really aren't that hard to cut. It's just... Where'd it go? There. My hands are a little weak today. So struggling a little. This is normally why we have Kurt helping me out. 5. I'll just 5 a little arm piece there. Okay. So 4 goes this side. And 5 goes on there. That's another one where his hand joins the gun. There we go. And then we want 6 for the backpack. And I think that one's 6, not 9, isn't it? Because all the numbers go up the same way, don't they? So these have been nice simple builds so far today, which I like. Okay, and then again, pop them on here, make sure we get it so those feet are correct. Oh. I could do, should that be off? No, it's part of it. Just the terrain behind him. Still put it on incorrectly though. Way. There we go. Now he's stood on it properly. So this is the inferior squad, so we're all gonna do away, but there we go, that's that one done. So let's do number 4, so we want 10 and 11. So here's 11. And here's 10. Okay, he is sitting in here. They're really not hard to put together, I'm just struggling with my hands today. There we go. Okay, now we're going to build 7, 8 and 9 together before we add it on. So, let's see. So that's 9. This one here is 7, and that's 8, looks like that, so 8 is here. Okay, that's got a attachment bit, so make sure we don't cut that off. Okay, so we put 7 and 8 together first, that's the head with the torso. Push it in, there we go, and then we attach 9 to there. That angle wrong a bit. Let's try that again. And then we attach that to this one. Come on, go together. It'll be easier if I take that off. And then put that on, I think. Come on. This is not going well. I've not got it clipped all the way in, so it's really to put it on, I'm just struggling. I have to... Oh, that's his leg off. This is going well, isn't it? Leg went in there. Let's try this again, shall we? Yeah, that's... His arm's the wrong angle that way, so it's got to be that way. Maybe I didn't cut it close enough. Let's try again. Stay on this time, please. Okay. Ah, there we go. Just had to get the angle right when I was pushing it on. Okay, you can see I need to cut a tiny bit off that though. There we go. Right. 12 and 13. So 13 is this one. And of course 12 was the bit I cut off wrong earlier. 12 is the remaining arm. And again it connects in to the gun. And here's his backpack. And we pop him on. Oh, need to take that off there first. Ooh. There we go. Oh, go. Come on, pick up. There we go. So that's that one done. That's all done. One more to go. Okay, so we'll start with 15 and 14. So come on. 15, 14 is the head. That's just gonna fit in there. There we go. And then we're on 16, which is that one. And that's just basically building up his torso. 17 and 18. So we want the gun. So we don't have the technical terms for all these things today, but without cut, I don't know them. Did that cut? It did. So that's 17. That should have been off. There we go. File that down. Oh, that's one of my lights just died. I hope it hasn't got too dark for you all. Again, hand in there, I think. Below. Ah, there. see where that should be, just in there. And then 19 for backpack. There we go. Now, we have a bunch left. I'm assuming these are spares if we changed it over. I think you normally get some kind of spares, don't you? Because I don't remember seeing needing those. Hopefully there's spares and I didn't miss anything, but Kurt will be sure to tell me if I did. So, that is all 5 of the models. If we can lay them down so you can see them. They're just going to roll where they want. And there we go. So, hope you enjoyed them. So that was week 3 build, and that was the infamous Marines here. Another spare thing as well to go with it. So let's pop that back in its bag. Pick it all up. There you go. Try not to rip this bag anymore. This is the bag that I accidentally ripped when trying to open, so trying not to rip the bag any further than we already have it. Okay, put the spare one in there as well. So here is week 3 all done with its 5 models. You can see them there. So hope you enjoyed that, and check back for week 4, which I believe we are painting. So I'll look forward to getting some actual painting done. I'll see you all later. You'll take care. Bye. Hi guys, so we're going to build the Space Marine Sergeant from number 5. This magazine has this build, and it also has painting the next stage of my Tyranids, but just this video we're just going to build, and I'll have a separate video painting the Tyranids that are in this. So we're going to just get on with that. It should be a nice quick video because this is just one single small one to do. So we're going to want 3 and 4 to start with. Let's see, this is 3. And then 4, which is here. Let me know if you're enjoying watching these build videos, and the videos showing each magazine each week. We had a few people comment enjoying it, but I'd like to know if you'd like this to continue. So, see, 3 and 4 just slots together, nice and simple like that. Then we want 5 and 6, so we're going to go with the legs next. So that one's 5 and 6 up there. Okay. Okay, so I've just realised these ones are no longer the pop, it's time for the glue. So let me just grab the glue a second. Hey guys, got the glue. So, I didn't glue these bits together, so let's glue these together. So it says glue, it's got the yellow bits there. I don't know if you can see that, but it marks where the glue goes. So we're just going to pop a little bit on. When it wants to come out on me again. Hold on.
Also, watch the...
Let's see if we got this going now, shall we? Sorry if you've just got blinded, I needed the light on, it's getting quite dark here. See, I'm trying to be very careful because the first time I did glue stuff I put way too much on. So I'm trying to make sure I don't put too much on this time, because I struggle with the amount of glue that you should put on. I think that's about right. I've checked in the next episode, next one, number 6, is back to popping for a while. This is just because it's a special one. So, I've glued that, so let's make sure we've got these the right way around. Okay, so I'm going to put a bit of glue on here. And a little bit in there. Hopefully that's correct. And then this one looks like we put glue all over this bit, and then we just pop that up on there. That looks correct, hopefully. Hopefully I've glued this in the right place. It looks pretty correct. Kurt, soon tell me if I've got this wrong. So this is the painting for the next one, but we are still gluing these. So I think I've got that correct. So let's do the arms. So we want number 8, which is this big thing. So if you can hear my watch dinging away notifications. Okay, up the right way would be a good start. So it looks like we're just putting glue on that bit, and then that's just gonna sit on it. Just make sure I get it in the right position before I attempt to glue it on place. I think it just sits like that. Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna wipe that off. Forget how fast this stuff dries, and I have a pin I poke through to try to prevent it getting too much stuck. Is it gonna come down in it? There we go. Just a little bit. And then that just kind of sits on like that. Hold that in place for a second. Okay, I think that's done it. Put that gently down there so it doesn't fall off while we get the next one, which is 7 and 9. This one's 7. 9, here we go. Okay, so this we're gluing that bit onto there that way first. You really do only need a tiny amount of glue on these things. I most definitely started by putting too much glue on these things and ruined things, but hopefully I'm getting it right this time. Hopefully that's right. And then looks like we put a little bit around there, and it's gonna sit at that sort of angle. Okay. So it just kind of sits around like that. Kind of sits on like that. Hopefully I've got this right. Okay, I think we've got that so far. Being very gentle with it because I don't want to rip it off after. So I want to make sure I don't knock off and then ruin the plastic. So we want 10 and 11 next. That's going to be these ones. So that's 11. Let's do 11 first so we don't get these all the way around. So that one goes on top there, sits on there, so we gotta, yeah, I like the way they use the yellow to show where we put the glue. It's very helpful for people like me who don't quite understand how everything works yet. Number 10. Notice they got glue on the inside of this one. Don't know if I was supposed to have it on the inside of the other one, but I can only go by what I can see. Because I'm still learning. And that one sits on like that. Not sure how secure I've got these, but if I haven't done it well enough, Kurt can come by and fix my mistakes. So 12. Goes that way, and we got this. So that guy's memory card filled up. Let's get back to doing this. My big memory card corrupted, so I've had to use a much smaller one, and it means I can't film as long before it gets fill up. Okay, so that squishes on there. Did not get that quite right, did I? I don't think I got glue around the edge part enough. Try that again. I'm so worried about putting too much glue on, I might not be putting enough on. Feel the arm coming off slightly, so I may have not put enough on there either. But we can just be careful for the minute and hopefully it'll be right. Okay, so then we've got number 1, which is the head. This one. And then 13, which is a bit of terrain stuff, I don't know what you call it, stuff on the base. Now I'm not going to glue the character to the base because I know Kurt likes to paint them before we attach them to the base, but I will attach this to the base. Looks like it goes, is it that way up or that way up? It's that way up. I think it sits on like that. I think that's right, so I'm just going to put, I know it shows the yellow on there, but I think I'm just going to put it where it touches, and then it will make contact and glue down where it should when I have an excess glue from where I mess it up. I think that's our best bet, just do that. Yeah, that seemed to work. And then if it's not secure, Kurt can always fix it. And okay, can I get the head facing the right way? So it needs to go at that angle. Okay. Looks like we put the glue just in this little thing here. Go that way. Pop it in. Okay, so there we go. So he will stand on there, but I'm not going to glue him on just yet, but he will stand there like that if I put him straight up like that. But I'm going to leave him like that and let him dry, but I'm going to pin in my glue so that it don't push your thing in, just don't want it to dry, so we'll leave that like that for a minute without it drying in the middle, and we will pop this to the side a second, close this up so you can have a look see. So there we go, so that's him all glued together, hopefully correctly for Kurt to paint him. You'll see pictures of the painting of this guy done, because Kurt does his painting upstairs and takes photos for me, whereas I film mine down here. So check back for the painting videos. They take a little longer than these basic build and the unboxing videos, just because I'm still learning, but we will get there. So I'll see you all soon. You take care. Bye. So this is going to be the build from magazine 6, which is the 5 barber knots. Hopefully I'm saying that right. You know what I'm like. So we're just going to build these up today. I believe we're back yet to putting together without glue, thank God, because that was a palaver last time. I think I did alright. Kurt says I did alright. I didn't mess it up, so that's good. but I definitely prefer these at the moment, but I'm getting better with the glue. So we want numbers 1 and 2. That's 17. That's 5. There's 1 up here. There's 1 and then 2. 2's right next to it. Make sure not to cut off any of the joining bits today. Okay, so this is literally just slotting in here on there. I'm doing it right. Yeah, there we go, we got the angle right now. Simple task. I was just getting the angle ever so slightly wrong, so it just wasn't lining up properly there. So then we want 3 and 4. So that's 3 and 4 is a leg. Four over here. There we go. Oops. Man down. Found it. Okay. So this one goes this way. Try to get this in right. Should be like that. Alright. Alright. The angle looks correct, so it must be. It just sticks out further than I was expecting. And then just trying to make sure I get this right. That looks better. And then that joins on like that. Okay, that's one of them. I don't understand this bit. Maybe Kurt will have to explain it, but it looks to be correct. Oh yeah, they're carrying a weapon or something. They're carrying it, it's not part of the body. Okay, that makes more sense. Okay, let's do this one. We want 5 and 6. Here's 5. And 6. There we go. Cut the wrong one off. Maybe that was 9, not 6. Yeah, that was 9, not 6, you daft wit. That's what I get for not checking this up the right way. 6 is that one. I'll leave it in. I won't cut out that I made a mistake, because this is the whole point. The whole point of doing this is to show us learners how we go about it, and it doesn't matter if we make a mistake, we just learn from it and we fix it. I'm going to pick up the wrong one. Should it be that one? No, I had the right one. I'm just going insane. It's not hard. Probably should do this one. I haven't had a rough night's sleep, but if I'd waited for that, we'd never get this done. There we go. That one's done. Leave that one up there for 9, so we want 7 and 8. Didn't quite get that one off. There we go. So that's 7, which goes on here. And then 8. 8 is another leg. 8 is there. That one didn't ping on the floor, luckily. Come on, on we go. There we go, that's slotted in. We take one of these, pop it on that way. And there's the next one done. So that's 2 done. Okay, so 9 and 10, which is this one. Snipping that tiny bit off. So putting these together really is easier than I make it look. I'm just weak-handed and sleep deprived. 11 and 12. Yep, that's 12 there. 11 is here. And at this point we know how it goes together, don't we? Just notice these could do with a snip. There we go, that's better. And again, we're going to pop it on here. There we go, there's that one done. That's 3 down, 2 to go. Hey, 13 and 14. This one's 13. Over here. $15 and $16. This one's 15. $16. Leg here. And again, we kind of know how this goes at this point. I'm just going to pop on essentially their arms and whatever it is they're carrying all in one piece. And then the leg goes in here. Just snip that bit off. Popping that one in. And if you're quick to notice, I put it on the wrong way around. That way around. There we go. Correct way around this time. Okay. And then on to the last one, so we want 17 and 18. We have 17 here. That one's slotted in quite nicely that way. Okay, and then we want 19 and 20. this one is the arms. If you can see that, it's got the arms attached. Hopefully you can see that. And the leg, which helps if you turn it around the right way. Okay, make sure we put this the right way around this time. So each of these are ever so slightly different, but they're basically the same. So you see they've got different little attachments, like this one, it's got an attachment across the bottom there with the thing, whereas this one doesn't. So there's ever so slight changes. This one I think I've forgotten to cut something off properly, but I'll check. I don't cut it off until I know whether it's correct. But yeah, there we go. That one's definitely got a little bit that shouldn't be on there. There. This one, it's got a big bit, so that may have meant to be on there. Let me check. Which one was this one? The first one? I think it's meant to be on there. I think I've messed up on it. Oh, I'll double check a minute. Yeah, no, it shouldn't be on there. I just messed up the cutting when I did it. There we go. There. Okay. So that's all 5 of them done. Now the next section is the painting, but what I'm going to do from now on, because I am getting a little behind with the painting, I don't have enough time to keep the correct order up week by week. I'm going to finish painting and release the Tyranids that I'm working on. And then I will paint the next ones in the thing. I will just keep doing them as and when I can, and they will come, you know, in a few weeks, in a month, whenever they can come out. I will do the builds and the showing of the magazines weekly in the correct order, but painting will now become whenever I feel like painting a specific model, I'll paint that. I'm doing the first ones exactly how it shows in the magazines, so that you can see what it shows and how it's done, but after that I'll probably paint them however I choose to paint them, which would probably be mostly as the magazines does, but Kurt might show me little tips and tricks of how to do things to improve, instead of following theirs, and I might come up with my own colour schemes and things like that. So we will see, but yeah, painting will just come later now. It won't follow in the order. It'll be as I pick a model to paint. I hope that's okay. But I will continue to build up all of the characters in order. So next one where I build will be whatever comes in number 7, which 7 is 10 of the Terminauts and Ripper Swarm, part 1 of 2, and 8 is part 2 of 2, so there's the 10, so I'm guessing we probably get 5 in each or something. So I will build half of them, and Kurt will probably build half of them off camera himself. I don't know, we'll see, but yeah, I will build them in order, but painting will be done separately. I'm hoping I'm making sense. But check back for the next ones, which actually will be the opening of 7 to, what is it, 7, 8, 9, 10, 7 to 10, because it comes, we get 4 of them at a time. They are here, but they're going to be another week or so before that gets released as I do these. So we will see. But chat back soon. You'll take care. Bye.